Welcome back. This is Raven's Bloodlust for an update on Dead by Daylight. You know, I stream a lot of Dead by Daylight. The new killer is coming out sometime in September, and we've seen a brief clip, very brief clip. Some people are saying that it's going to be a teacher with school being back in session here in the States. I believe that part of that might be true. There's also 3 claw marks on each, well, 6 actually, 6 total, 6 claw marks, but 3, so it has like 3 fingers. A lot of the killers and like I guess in Dead by Daylight are Americanized and from like European descent. We do have the Wraith, which is a ghost. That's an African American man. He is technically a ghost along with, or an angry spirit, along with the nurse. But the nurse is like European descent. What we don't have is a Japanese folklore at all in the game whatsoever. So I believe the next killer is going to be an apparition or some type of ghost per se, and it won't be of European descent or the West, I should say, because we do not have any Japanese folklore at all. We do have a Japanese survivor in the game, obviously Fang, she's Asian. So I dived into it a little bit. So if you guys ever seen The Grudge, the American version of The Grudge, you watch a tape, blah, 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 and the person dies 7 days later, whatever. The American version, she has long hair, she's wearing all white, and so The Grudge it's not American, it's actually from another movie in Japanese, and I can't remember the name right now. Same with The Ring. There's a movie called Ringo. It sounds funny. I'll show it up real quick right in a second. Ringo, but we Americans copied it and made it into our own type thing. There's also Ring versus The Grudge, but I'm getting off track. And those are kind of like how Japanese ghosts are, or spirit-wise, where it's like, a lot of it is like they're came to some tragic end and they're wearing like all white and they have like the hair and you can't see their face and they're just like all crazy like that. I don't know much about that other than, there's like a woman in white type stuff. I'm more into, like, you can ask me anything about zombies, all different cultures of zombies. I've studied a lot about zombies. I have a lot of books about zombies, whether it's a virus, it's magic, some type of disease or whatever, manipulation or was created. It was rabies, this virus that mimics zombies. I can go on and on about that, but so as evidence that people say it's a teacher because it's like a classroom door that opens up and it's really quick. I don't think it's going to be a teacher because it's just, I think it wouldn't go over really well. It's just the culture today and strictly about what's been going on in schools the last few years. It just seems very inappropriate to have a teacher killer. So I don't think the DVD devs would go there, even though it would fit into that people are going back to the school. As far as a Japanese ghost, I'm pretty sure it would fit in there. So they call them Yureis. I totally jacked this up. They're like, oh, here's a stupid guy Jen saying this stuff. But our Western legends of ghosts consist of, 2, faint or dim, meaning soul or spirit. That's the thing. Alternative names including boreal, meaning ruined or departed spirit, meaning dead spirit, or more encompassing like their Chinese and Western counterparts. They are thought to be spirits kept from a peaceful afterlife. So the whole thing is like no matter where you go, it's like um, they're pretty much the same. We just have different views on them. According to Japanese beliefs, all humans have a spirit or soul. When the person dies, it leaves the body and enters a form of purgatory, where it waits for the proper funeral and post-funeral rites to be performed so that it may join its ancestors. If it's done incorrectly, it is believed to be the protector of the living family and to return yearly in August. So like a good spirit. However, the person dies in a sudden or violent manner, such as murder or suicide, which is pretty common for vengeful folklore and movies and stuff and Western culture. So that's pretty consistent with it. And in the DVD universe, no one ever really like dies peacefully or has a peaceful circumstance. Most of the killers are supernatural and Dead by Daylight or some type of monstrosity. So they are influenced by powerful emotions such as desire for revenge, love, jealousy, hatred, or sorrow. So all our killers have tragic backstories, and so I could see that coming into play in Dead by Daylight. So oftentimes the lower the social rank of the person who died violently or who was treated harshly during life, the more powerful the being is. So I could see so the entity offers this being hey, come to this world, you can have your revenge for eternally. They won't find their rest basically, and the survivors were there to be tormented, and the entity offers this deal to this Japanese ghost, hey, come here into my world, blah blah blah. It's gonna obviously repress its powers because that's what it's done to Freddy and Michael and all these other powerful things. You can't leave, but I'm providing you this this environment so you can do whatever, and they could have the revenge. I've been hearing a lot of rumors that it's gonna possibly be Japanese folklore related. I've been wrong on so many times with this game. When I thought everyone thought the closest I got was the clown. I thought it was the ringleader. It looked very circus-y. Everyone was going, "Oh, it's the ringleader! It's the ringleader!" And it wasn't the ringleader. And then I came up with this really good video about it could be a rat catcher, and in my mind it made sense. I did all this research. I'm not gonna go so much into that this time because I do enjoy videos like this in speculation, but I don't want to be wrong again, even though it's fun. So I don't think it's going to be a licensed killer either because one, it costs a lot, and for them to put out a grudge licensed killer, it doesn't make sense. It's not as popular. And right now, people are talking about it could be Scream, but in no way do I see it being Scream related, this killer. It's possible they could do it, or there could be a combination of a killer that kind of looks like The Grudge or The Ring, from the ghost from there, because when we originally thought we were going to get it, we didn't get it. We did get a clown. So we got a clown. They said they were never going to do clowns. We got clowned. And they did release a clown, so maybe we'll get a killer like the ghost from The Ring or Grudge, which would be kind of cool too and a little spooky there. We don't have too many terrifying killers. The one that actually kind of scares me per se, because she's hidden most of the time, is the pig, because she just comes out of nowhere. It's like I've been scared so many times with a pig. It's not even funny. It'd be nice to get a killer that's scary. Like I said, the appearance, they have white clothing, they have black hair, their hands and feet dangle, so they might float kind of like the nurse. They're frequently depicted accompanied by a pair of floating flames or will-o-wisp. Eerie colors, blue, green, purple. These ghostly flames are separate parts of the ghost rather than independent spirits, so they're not being followed by it. See, I always thought I was uneducated on that form. Like, I always thought they're like they're being attracted by other spirits. Um, so there's a little bit of that. Um, let's see what else. That's all I have for that. I mean, that's how I feel. Like, what do you think? Is it gonna be a Japanese ghost? Is it gonna be a teacher? Is it gonna be a Scream? I don't think it's gonna be. I think we're gonna have another licensed killer, or some people call you third party, but it's not gonna be this upcoming one. Um, the whole thing with everyone thought it was gonna be Jeepers Creepers. I don't know if you guys looked into the fact that there's some outrage on it and the devs talked about it. The Jeepers Creepers situation is the actor is has been accused and found guilty of multiple sexual harassment cases. Not the actor, the director of Jeepers Creepers, and I did watch Jeepers Creepers 3. I thought it was so stupid. Not to support the director or whatever, but just I wanted to see where it was going and stuff. And when I found out about how the director was a creep, I was really put off about that, which is really horrible. And the guy's not facing too much trouble with that. Just look it up, the whole problem with Jeepers Creepers and the director being accused of all this stuff and how it's true and all this crap. But that's what we're getting into about that. They also had another killer, so we know the clown, they came out and said the clown, when they originally weren't going to do it, they had two separate killers, and I think they hinted that they were going to do it, and they dropped it. They had a clown with a balloon, and they send it out, a character that sounded very much like it, with Georgie and all that. But at the same time, they had a soldier who would throw gas grenades, and I went over this in another video. And they decided to combine the concept of the clown and the soldier throwing gas grenades. So who knows, that soldier might be revamped and we might have him later, we might not. I don't know. I would really like a new female killer. Since we just got a male killer, there's a lot of males in DBD killers, or there's DBD killers. I would like to see them put out another female. I would like to see them kind of rotate that. It would be kind of cool. Because, we have the nurse, we have the hag, we have the pig, we have the huntress. Oh, I love the huntress. She's my baby mama. I'm just kidding. If you watch my streams, you'll understand that. It's like, that's my own private joke about that. So we also make fun about the hag's butt. So we're starting to think the hag's going to have skin, and she's going to be beautiful eventually, because if you've seen that, she's starting to get more skin. But that's not what we're discussing about this. We're getting way off topic. I would really like to see them expand into other legends and folklore of around the world. And in my opinion, a Japanese ghost would totally fit the DVD playstyle and the folklore. If you do enjoy my videos, don't forget to like and subscribe to Raven's Bloodlust. And I'm also on Twitch. That's where I spend most of my time doing my videos and live streaming. I do all things horror, FPS, and RPG, but lately RPGs kind of in a slump with RPGs, so eventually I'll get back to that. I'll catch you guys later.